George Rini. Come on, give him a hand, George Rini.
Thank you, Peter. Sal Mackey, Mike Dillon. Come on, give me a hand. Good night, everybody. You know, I noticed, probably a lot of you noticed, kids know a lot about sex these days at a younger age. My nephew comes up to me last week and goes, "Oh, Uncle George," he goes, "I learned how babies are conceived." I said, "Really? Tell me." He says, "Well, first a man inserts his penis in a woman's vagina and ejaculates sperm. The sperm fertilizes the egg turns into a fetus, and 9 months later the baby's born either vaginally or cesarean." I turned to my wife and said, "Is that right?" And the other thing about kids today, they have no respect. My son is playing with his friends downstairs. They're all about 15 years old. And I'm in my office, and I hear one of the kids yell out, "What the fuck?" I went nuts. I ran downstairs. I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "You're not supposed to use that language in my house. And besides, who gave you permission to use my bong?" Well, on a lighter note, this month marks my 10th anniversary in comedy. Thank you. And I wasn't always a comedian. Before I did this, I spent 25 years as a home improvement contractor. And I've done a lot of work in this area, so if anybody recognizes me, I'm sorry. I had to work for you. Fucked it up. Okay. No, but I did spend a lot of time in that business, and one of the reasons I got out of the business is people say the dumbest things. One time I'm building an extension, and the woman comes out of the house, she goes, "Mr. Contractor, am I going to need a permit for this extension?" I said, "Don't worry about the permit, lady. That's only for licensed contractors." Right? One time I'm just finishing up a blacktop driveway. The woman comes out of the house, she goes, "Mr. Contractor," that's what they call me, "what are all these lumps in the driveway?" I said, "Lady, you pay me to do a blacktop driveway, not move bikes." Another time I'm in Copic and I'm doing an estimate, right? A woman comes out of the house, she goes, "Mr. Contractor, what can you do to the front of my house to make it native to Copic?" I said, "Okay, I got an idea. Right out in front of the house, we'll put an abandoned car." I mean, how far back do you want to go? How about a wigwam? I love that word, wigwam. That's a good word, right? Wigwam. Wish I had a wigwam. But, you know, another time, crazy things used to happen to me in the business, too. One time I was building a dormer, and halfway through the construction, it actually collapsed. The whole thing came right down, but I was lucky that day. God was good to me. Only the homeowner was killed. The check cleared. And you know, one of the things that used to really make me crazy was finding good help. It was near impossible. And every once in a while, I had to hire a day laborer. I mean, they were good workers. They're easy to pick up, cheaper than hookers, and the sex was much better. It's a rough, tough business. One time, I actually hired a gay crew to build me a couple of houses. I was so mad when they were done. They only had back doors. Can't make fun of gays. Can't make fun of gays. I could never be gay. I have a fear of being impaled. One time I actually had a lesbian crew to do some work for me. They didn't do such great work, but they let me watch. One time I actually hired a Jewish crew to do some work for me. I went back the next day to check up on their progress. They hired a Mexican crew. It's my one Jew joke. Give me a break, all right? Fucking Genny from Babylon. It's a nice table. No, I tell you, it's a crazy business, and I'm glad I'm out of it doing this. It's a lot of fun. But this November, I had my wedding anniversary. Married 27,000 years. And you know, after 27 years was worth the wait, my wife has finally discovered sex. I mean, she went through menopause and she is off the hook. I mean, I'm having sex like 20 times a month. She's up to 25. You keep up with her. No, she's a great lady. She's very, very, very smart. She's an occupational therapist. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. If you do, after the show, please tell me. I don't know what the fuck it is. She's very smart. She specializes in carpal tunnel problems, hand problems, coordination, things like that. But I'm getting kind of concerned because last week she came home and she told me she did 8 hand jobs. Right? I mean, I guess I should be thankful she didn't become an oral surgeon.